and we will take it from there. All right, so next thing, fear and gratitude. I have a conversation with a great friend of mine every morning, right around 8 o'clock. And he had mentioned today, hey, I heard something about we can't be fearful and grateful at the same time. And I've always talked about this. I learned this first from Tony Robbins years and years and years ago, that we can't be fearful, angry, and grateful at the same time. And I believe what I've learned, the reason why that can't really happen is because there's different chemicals coming out of our brain. So if you're fearful or you're angry, a lot of times that kicks in adrenaline, that kicks in cortisol. But if we're grateful, right, even when I say that, I can feel the shift going into my brain, and now the serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin start flowing. So you can't be one or the, or you can't be the both at the same time. And a lot of us can walk around full of fear. And what that will do is, if you want to have fun, Google power versus force chart. And if I can remember, I'll put it in the comments below. Power versus force chart by Dr. David Hawkins. And it'll show you what vibrations come off of us depending on what state we're in, what state of mind we're in. It is amazing. So fear and gratitude cannot exist together at the same time. And I hope that gives you some empowerment of what state of mind you can be in all the time. And all we have to do is just take out a pen, old school, not a tablet, and write down 10 things you're most grateful for. Instead, in fact, right now, think of 3 things that you're most grateful for. Right? Just think about that. What are you most grateful for? You can make the shift right now. What are you most grateful for? Next topic. When you don't know what to do, right? And this goes out to my sales peeps, specifically my real estate partners. When you don't know what to do, pick up the phone and make someone's day. Just pick up the phone and say, hey, you just popped in my mind. Wanted to pick up the phone and give you a call and say hi. What's going on in your life? Let's take 3 minutes to catch up. Make their day. Give them a memory. I wanted to remind you that, remember back when you said this to me, that changed my life. That made me feel good. Whatever it may be. But when you don't know what to do, even if you're not in sales and you're just bored, pick up the phone, make someone's day. It's a really cool thing to do. All right, next, mindset. We always talk about mindset. You have to have a great mindset. You have to have a great mindset. You have to have a great mindset. But I will tell you, and this is coming from years ago, my own experience of mindset, a great mindset, not backed up with action, is delusional. Right? So I run into some people that call themselves a mindset coach. And I think, by the way, I know their intent is really cool. And that's a really good feeling to have a great mindset. However, if we aren't making progress and we're just doing things to make ourselves feel good, it becomes delusional. And that is not good for us, because one of the primary human needs is to be making progress. And maybe, just for now, that progress is developing a great mindset. So if you're there, good for you, you're making progress. But now it's time to take some action and get some results. So simplest example would be health. You're happy, you're grateful that you have a home, you've got all the good things going, you have a great mindset, and then you eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for breakfast, or dead cereal, or candy, or whatever, right? You don't eat vegetables through the day, you don't exercise. That is delusional, a delusional mindset. And last, I'm going to wrap up with this. As always, I am always experimenting first with things before I pass them on to others. And there is a great video out there by Robert Downey Jr., and he is talking to Mel Gibson. And they're both right. You say there's two names, you got to start laughing. They're two maniacs. But anyway, I know Mel Gibson helped Robert Downey Jr. get clean and sober. And he talks about Mel Gibson giving him instructions on what to do. And it's a beautiful video. If I remember, I'll post it below. In fact, let me write a note down here to do that, and the chart as well. But Mel Gibson talks about if you have the courage to hug the cactus. And what hugging the cactus means is taking sometimes you'll hear putting a mirror up to your face. Imagine putting a mirror up to your face with a magnifying glass, but into your soul, into your behaviors, and seeing the parts of you that you may not like. That when we're able to tell the brutal truth, when we're able to tell the brutal truth on ourselves, the truth will set you free. And quite honestly, some of us have to be told, or we have to realize that, I don't know what the deal is with some people, but maybe it's just, and it's okay. This is what hugging the cactus is about. Maybe the deal is you're in the wrong business. Maybe the deal is sometimes we're just lazy. And sometimes that laziness isn't because we're lazy people. It's because we haven't set goals that inspire us. That's what I do with a lot of my clients and with the agents that are on my team. It's my job to help them pick out the goals that inspire them, create that enormous why. But hugging the cactus is nothing more than getting brutally honest with what we call character defects. And when we can look at them and say, all right, I'm going to change that about me. How am I going to go about doing it? Who can help me? What is the process? Life becomes magical, my brothers and sisters. So that's what I got for you today. It was a Friday wrap up. Real estate is bonkers. It's wild. Reach out to me. Have a quick conversation on really what you want to do. What's your goal with real estate? I can get you caught up on everything from rates to creative financing to how do you get your house sold right now? What's the deal, right? You could be one of those people in the $400,000 or $500,000 market that's getting $100,000 over asking price. That's pretty wild, right? We talked about you cannot have fear and gratitude going on in your life at the same time. That is powerful. When you don't know what to do, pick up the phone and help somebody. That's really cool. We talked about the delusion of just focusing on having a great mindset without it being backed up with action. Because I'll tell you what, the first step is definitely a great mindset, good for you, but that will only last so long if you're not backing it up with action and results. And the last thing, go hug the cactus, man. It's wild, it's deep work. And if any of you have done things like Tony Robbins, if any of you have done things like the Landmark Forum, and I know there's other things out there, this is where the real growth begins. So go get it, my brothers and sisters. I love y'all. There's nothing you can do about it. If you need anything, reach out to me. All right. See you soon. Have a great weekend.